Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio, Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, as always together to keep you updated for all the news, all the latest. The market is moving, things are happening and so it's going to be absolutely busy in the next days. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. It's 24 crucial hours because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are always crucial days in the middle of the week, especially when the time is running. And also important to mention, in 7 days the window is closed, and so it's going to be very important to see what happens in these hours. Let me start with here we go, because Chelsea sell one more player. Mamadou Sarr went on loan to Real Sociedad, as I told you in the last video, and now a sale because Delap is leaving Chelsea and joining Nottingham Forest. There is a verbal agreement between parties at £45 million. The deal has been unlocked today after a direct talk between Oliver Glasner and Delap. So Glasner is absolutely involved in the transfer strategy at Nottingham Forest, and now agreement completed. Green light from Chelsea, waiting for the clubs to exchange all the documents and then complete all the paperwork, but Delap expected to become new Nottingham Forest player this week, with medical test and contract signing being scheduled, and so Delap going to be another sale, extra money for Chelsea, important money for Chelsea, £45 million. Talking about strikers and talking about Chelsea exits, let me maintain my stance on Nico Jackson. I always told you, Nico Jackson is the wanted player for Aston Villa, and Aston Villa is still there. Atletico Madrid also had meetings and calls for Nico Jackson, but as of now, Aston Villa are pushing. The agreement on personal terms with Jackson is very close. Negotiations are taking place today, and Aston Villa are preparing an opening bid to send to Chelsea. Still not sent at 6:17 UK time on Tuesday, so waiting for the bid to be sent, but bid being prepared, around the £65 million package, and also included, and so Villa ready to go strong for Nico Jackson. Why I didn't tell you anything on Jean-Philippe Mateta? Because my understanding is that nothing will happen between Aston Villa and Mateta until they have a possibility to go for Nico Jackson. Because Aston Villa want Jackson. Because Aston Villa wanted Jackson 1 year ago, August 2025. Unai Emery used to work with Nico Jackson when he was at Villarreal, and so they want Jackson. They believe Jackson is the right player to sign. Now, let's see how the negotiation will go with Chelsea, but Villa are pushing for Jackson, and this is why all the stories on Mateta, according to my information, are not developing, are going nowhere, because this only depends on what happens with Jackson. If Jackson deal collapses because of Chelsea, because of Jackson, because Atletico Madrid signed a player or whatever, Mateta is an option for Villa. But now the priority is Jackson. And then, don't forget, also they're working on a new centre-back after Konsa left. Ordóñez from Club Brugge is the top target for Aston Villa. Talking about Tottenham Hotspur, finally we have the official statement for Savinho. Today it's been busy with official statements. Carlos Baleba and Manchester United, also finally in this case. And important to mention the situation of the midfielder we were mentioning, Nico González, because it's going to be a couple of days ready for so many announcements. So let me start mentioning to you about these stories. Finally, Savinho to Tottenham from Manchester City for £75 million plus 5 easy add-ons plus 5 difficult add-ons. So potential £85 million. Then Omar Marmoush. So many questions from Tottenham fans on Omar Marmoush. What's going on? What's happening? Marmoush was training today. Marmoush was not training today. And also important to say, Omar Marmoush has the green light from Manchester City to undergo a medical at Tottenham since Sunday evening. And that remains the case. Then I understand, guys, when you go in the final days in panic because you want a final confirmation. I absolutely understand the fans' position. But guys, Savinho got a green light for travel, medical test, contract signing on Friday night. So Saturday morning, the news was on the media. I told you here on Friday night, Savinho to Tottenham. Saturday morning, everyone reporting about Savinho. Now, for Marmoush, imagine that Savinho has been announced today. It's been for almost 5 days. For Marmoush, the situation of Omar Marmoush is that there is a verbal agreement. It's a loan with obligation to buy. It's £50 million. There is authorization. So everything is on track. Just waiting for the formal steps. To announce these deals can take some time. Look at Baleba, it took 4 days. Look at Savinho, look at these deals. Look at Nico González. Nico González is another big news of the day. Yesterday, I told you, exclusive. Yesterday afternoon, Monday afternoon, Nico González from Manchester City to Newcastle is a here we go. all people denying, and today, this afternoon, everyone reporting Nico González is arriving for a medical. Because the deal was agreed to yesterday, and today the player is arriving for a medical. So, important to say about Manchester City work on the money, because imagine Manchester City generated more than 400 million euros with all the exits this summer, from Rodri to Tijani Reinders to Nico González to Omar Marmoush to Savinho and all the others. Manchester City is generating a crazy amount of money, again more than 400 million euros, and Manchester City are now ready to go very strong on the market because they want to sign Enzo Fernández. Manchester City bid is coming, was the big bomb of the morning here on the channel. The bid is coming, the proposal is coming. And so Manchester City will bid for Enzo Fernández. We will see when, could be any moment, so stay tuned. And Manchester City will go strong for Enzo Fernández. The agreement with Enzo is not a problem on personal terms. There is green light from Enzo to proceed, so for sure, a very interesting story to follow. Talking about Cody Gakpo, guys, I maintain my information. Cody Gakpo has an agreement on personal terms with Tottenham since July. So Tottenham have an agreement with Gakpo, and Tottenham are ready to give Gakpo what he wants. On the other side, Manchester City yesterday, Monday, had a meeting with the agents of Cody Gakpo. But at the moment, still nothing agreed or done between Manchester City and Gakpo. So let's maintain Tottenham there, and then Manchester City also meeting with the agents. What's the story on Gakpo? We have to understand if Liverpool will give the green light to the exit or not, because this depends on Liverpool getting two wingers. If Liverpool can get two wingers, Gakpo can go to Tottenham or to Man City. Tottenham have an agreement with Gakpo, Man City at the moment not yet. Let's see if they can hijack. And then it's important to mention that for Liverpool it's two wingers or no chance to give the green light. And then, important to say, guys, also Gabriel Martinelli and Ollie Watkins to Hilal, my feeling is for both deals to happen. Because the conversations are very positive, again today. Both deals are not fully agreed yet, so we have to be careful till the end, because it's big negotiations, big money, big clubs involved, and so it's never easy. But Aston Villa are still negotiating with Hilal for Ollie Watkins. Despite Ollie Watkins returning in training and all the rest, the deal is still on for Ollie Watkins to Hilal. So the deal is proceeding. Hilal, Ollie Watkins, there is an agreement on the contract, and Hilal, Aston Villa in negotiations. And then, important to say, for Gabriel Martinelli, the agreement Arsenal, Hilal is almost there, around £55 million, working on the player club side on the contract to try reach the final agreement. So, many things are happening. Guys, stay tuned here for absolutely everything, as every single day. And remember to like this video, to turn on the notification bell, to subscribe to the channel, because it's going to be crazy busy. And let me give you one more before I close this video. On Castello Lukeba, I received so many questions today. Can Lukeba go to Barcelona? Can Lukeba become a new Barca defender if Balde leaves and all the rest? My understanding is that Barcelona, as of today, on Lukeba, are not negotiating anything, nor with the agents, nor with Leipzig. Barcelona have been offered Lukeba. Do you want to take our player? That's it. But they didn't open any negotiation, they didn't bid, they didn't start any talks. So at the moment, Barcelona are not actively working on Castello Lukeba deal. It's a proposal to Barcelona. It's not Barca negotiating for him. So at the moment, we have to remain patient and see what happens. See you soon.